Greeting once more again, bazalwane. I believe it's God's purpose which is sibe khona kule ndawo. And today, festive season, I have a message for you, bazalwane. I have a message. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. And the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Baba izwi lakho, ngiyalithula ebandleni lakho, ibandla lithi amen. NgesiZulu. Khulisa umntwana ngendlela eyakuba ngeyakhe. Kuyakuthi lapho esekhulile angasuki kiyo. Train up a child in a way he should go. Meaning that now, bazalwane, iBhayibheli lisifundisa a secret of a disciplined nation. A secret of a disciplined family. A secret of a disciplined church. A secret of a disciplined a nation. It's a development age or the development stages or the developmental stages of a child. Lendlela esikhuliswe ngayo. Indlela esikhuliswe ngayo. Nendlela esikhulisa ngayo abantwana bethu. Umntwana umnika indlela asasemncane, umnika indlela asasemncane, umuphi shape asasemncane. AmaZulu bese athi ligotshwa lisesemanzi. Today, bazalwane, sinama challenges wabo gender-based violence. Sinama challenges wabo teenage pregnancy. Because there is a lack of godly parenting. Message from namhlanje, godly parenting. There is a lack of godly parenting. Ukukhulisa abantwana kahle. Bathi nasikhulisa abantwana kunento okumele singayikhohlwa siyikhumbule. Umntwana kahlali engumntwana. Umntwana kahlali engu. Lalela le verse, maso le verse line gap. There is a gap in this verse. Let verse lithi train up a child in a way he should go, angithi. Bese le jump from a child. Ne, lit when he is old. Lisuka from child to old. There is a gap in between. Verse lele lingakhulumi ngalo. You train a child. A child is from childhood to teenagehood. From teenagehood to youthhood before you are old. It means that like teenagehood and youthhood, there are a lot of things that can happen. It means that good teenagehood mntwana angalahleka. But now mnikele indlela sasemncane. IBhayibheli lithi when he is old. You know when he is old. Because the day he comes back to his senses. The day abuya emqondweni wakhe. The day she comes back to his senses. IBhayibheli lithi when he is old, he will not depart from it. The day he comes back to his senses, he will remember who he really is. The day she comes back to his senses, he will remember, who really am I? uzokhumbula ukuthi kahle kahle konje mina ngikhuliswanga so ekhaya. Konje ekhaya ngikhuliswanga so. uJesu wenza iparable yendodana yolahleko. Indodana yolahleko ivala le gap engikhuluma ngayo. The childhood to the old. Meaning that indodana yolahleko ilahleka in youthhood and teenagehood. Possibly ilahleka in his teenagehood. Angithi? Naku youthhood. But when he enters the adult stage, possible ubuyela ekhaya sekana 43 or 42. Uhambe ekhaya uyi-teenager. Somewhere maybe around the age of 14 years. Labantu beqala khona ukuluza i-control, labantu beqala khona ukuthatheka ey'ntweni zomhlaba. Indodana yohleke iyahamba. Inabo 14 years, decide ukuthatha ilifa. Yahamba, uspenda ilifa lakhe, but uma esemdala uyakhumbula ukuthi angikhuliswanga so. Angikhuliswanga ngidla ney'ngulube. Angikhuliswanga ngenza lento engiyenza manje. Ubuye ey'ngqondweni. Asikhulise abantwana bethu ukuthi sazi ukuthi lamzukwana babuye ey'ngqondweni. Kose bathole something. Yini le something engikhuluma ngayo? I-memory yokuthi nangisemncane ukuthi nokuthi bekungakavumelekanga ukuthi ngikwenze. Asithi amen. Ukuthi nokuthi bekungakavumelekanga ukuthi ngikuthinte. Ukuthi nokuthi bekungakavumelekanga ukuthi ngikuhle. Indawo eziso neziso bekungakavumelekanga ukuthi ngizihambe. But sometimes it's painful to rebuke and to spank a child. But this is that is the right age. In a biblical context, it's a right age to give that child away, to give that child a candle, to give that child a light. Sayilahla la ebuntwaneni. Uma sebabadala bebuye ey'ngqondweni, they can't remember ukuthi konje ngikhuliswe njani. Ngifuna ukubuya kuma topics are different. Ukuthi le verse or lokukhulisa umntwana umnikela indlela eright amncane kusiza kuphi nakuphi to avoid ama-challenges esibhekene nawo manje as abantwana base South Africa. Let us check challenge esibhekene nayo manje. As I'm speaking to you right now, Z11 enyangeni yes 12 2022, we have a challenge in South Africa, yet gender-based violence. What is a gender-based violence? It's where abantu bahlukumezana ngokuya ngokuthi lo ungubulili obuso, lo uyintombazane, lo uyimfana, yilaba bafana khona behlukumeza amantombazane sebabadala because they cannot reflect back and remember ukuthi amantombazane bekaphethwe njani. We have a challenge at gender-based violence because sishayene thina abazali abadala sashayena phambi kwabantwana. If you teach when our children asibafundisi kuphela ngokuthi sithi yithi a yithi but bafunda nangezinto abazibhekile sizenza. Are you with me bazalwane? Lezi zinto abazibhekile sizenza bayafunda ngazo. We teach our children violence. Hayi ngoba sibanikela izagila sibafundisa ukushaya. But we teach our children violence ngokuthi sibe violent phambi kwabo besibhekile. We teach our children violence in South Africa ngokuthi silwe phambi kwabo babhekile. Behind those closed doors la emakhaya there is violence esifundisa abantwana. Abantwana babhekile, abantwana balalele, usekamerweni ulalele, umama uyakhala. We're raising a broken generation that is abusing and that is being abused emotionally. We are raising a broken generation that will break things in the future. We are raising an angry generation that will take out the anger in the future. Nasebabadala. Sikhulisa abantwana babafana ngempi. Tana umfana kusabe strong, abe adventurous, abe muscular, but angabi violent. We're teaching them violence. We fight. Pamwab. Spambane skingan. Sbathume uchwala. We send these little boys uchwala no kwai. We teach them to be alcoholics and drunkards in the future. Number one, gender-based violence. Number two is substance abuse. Substance abuse at their early age. At their early age, they allow the children underage to buy booze. Kuna sign at 18 years yet draw so, meaning that no under 18, but get inside and check the age. I'm a 16 years, I'm a 17 years, I'm a 15 years, I'm a 14 years at tavern today. Because at their early age, besbatuma ugwayi kubo my friend, hambungithengela amadraw, unaware that you are teaching them to be smokers in the future. Awazi ukuthi from a store my friend to endlini, wenzani ngalo gwayi la endleleni. Uhamba udonsa uzwelela ukuthi unjani noma ngakawushisi. Noma ungafika kuphelela ugwayi, mana bekahamba utesta la endleleni. Ukuthi lento lena ngidonsa so iba njani. Mabefika ey'tolo zabo my friend, bathola abafana bensangu bame around ey'tolo zabo my friend. Bafike bahogele insangu babancane at their early age. And today we are complaining, we are crying foul because of this generation gender-based violence. But as check what were the source of this violence. You cannot solve a problem if you are failing to find and deal with the source of the problem. What is the source of gender-based violence? I'm looking for the source of gender-based violence because I have a solution today. Ability train up your child the way he should go. That is the solution. But what is the source of gender-based violence? The source of gender-based violence is a broken childhood. A broken childhood. We were not trained isibangane ukuthi kumele siphathe abanye abantu bobulili obuhlukile kunathi njani. Sabona kubazali beshayana, bethukana phambi kwethu besondana. We thought that is the right way. We thought how to kuzoba nesikhathi la lo mntwana wakho womfana azofuna ukushada umfazi. We have lacked role models in our upbringing. We have lacked role models, and they were failing to be role models. Nati, we are failing to be role models. Abantwana babafana, abantwana bamantombazane badinga ama role model. Abantwana babafana bazitshela ukuthi ukuze ube strong, ube powerful endaweni, komele wehlise ibhruko, ugaxa amachayina amaningi, ube ingozi, wenza ama-tattoo, ushaya abantu, ubambe inkunzi, ngoba babone abantu abanjalo estradini kuyibo amadoda a-strong. Endlini ubaba is nowhere to be found. We are raising a fatherless generation. And they were expecting it to be perfect. That is another source of gender-based violence. Fatherlessness. Fatherlessness. We're raising a fatherless generation. Labantwana sebakhulu baveza lento engaphakathi kubo abangayibonanga ebazalini mara abayibona estradini. Sikhulisa imidlwembe nezidlwangudlwangu zakusasa because we're failing to play our role as parents of South Africa to our children. We are weak in this area of parenting. Bazali base South Africa, we are weak in this area of parenting. Our parenting is too weak. Sidepende kwi-Department of Education which is sikhulisela abantwana bethu. Sidepende ku-social service kuma-ECD ukuthi basikhulisela abantwana bethu. Umntwana naye efika secondary bayakubiza now and then ukuthi yiza umntwana wakho umoshile, you are nowhere to be found. Sibafundisi, we're participating in my SGB, we're participating in my early childhood development. We know the challenge about staff salama department ababhekene naso because of lack of proper and godly parenting from home. Fatherless generation. Umntwana ufunda ukuzula amncane. Womfana nowentombazana ufunda ukuzula amncane ubheka umama utshintsha imoto, umama utshintsha imoto, umntwana ubona ngathi indlela eright. Ngelinye ilanga uhlangana nesidlwangudlwangu esinye somfana esikhule sibuka impi esazi ukuthi impi Sollution, uhlangana nale ntombazane ikhula ibuka umama tshintsha imoto, izama ukutshintsha imoto kulezidlwangudlwangu. Lezidlwangudlwangu siyaqala siyamshaya ngoba si-understand i-violence. Lona understand ukutshintsha imoto, lona understand i-violence. We have a challenge in the country because we have sijampise amehlo ukubheka the source of the problem. And the level of the gender-based violence iyakhula the more kuhamba isikhathi. Bese kuba ngazathi sikwi-generation emosheke kakhulu. Asibheki le generation ekhulise le generation esibhekene nayo manje. I'm always preaching or I'm always telling people that we are generational people. Tina, sishayipwe ile generation esibuya kuyo. Na ishayipwe ile ibuya kuyo. That's why the more you go back to generations, is the more you see discipline. But the more now you uza kuma 2000 ama 2022, we are born out now the discipline iyaphela. I-discipline ayiqedwa ama 2000. I-discipline iqedwa ama 70s nama 80s. Ama 70s nama 80s ayafeyila ukunikela ama 2000 i-direction right. Ngoba ama 70s nama 80s abelethwa ama 60s. Ama 60s beka violent, abuya inkathini ze-apartheid, babuya inkathini la bekumele basuke bayosebenza ekudeni, azange babe nesikhathi enough sokukhulisa abantwana. It's time to heal our nation. What is the problem of our nation? It's lack of godly parenting, fatherlessness, lack of godly parenting, godlessness in households. The source of the problem, the root cause of gender-based violence, it's fatherlessness and lack of proper and godly parenting. And if this generation, 2000 years, fail to fix this problem, the problem will go to each generation, 2050. The generation, 2050, will be worse than this generation. Then our generation, our descendants are heading for disaster. because we are unconscious and we are ignorant. We are people who are models of generations. Say, I am a model. I am a role model of the next generation. You know, if you can understand that we are role models of the next generation, it will be easy for the next generation to be disciplined. We have a generational failure. Our country is not only experiencing gender-based violence, but we are experiencing a generational failure. The generation esiyilandelayo ihlulekile. Siyahluleka. And esiqhubekisa lokuhluleka sikudlulisele ebantwaneni. Siyahluleka. Kuneyinto ezinye ukumelene sizenza ezi-wrong, sizame ngawo wonke amandla ukuzifihla phambi kwabantwana. Kunezinto abantwana okumele bangazazi. Ama-60s azamile ukusifihlela some of the things. That's why ama-70s angcono ngediscipline kunama-90s nama-2000. Proper parenting. Train your child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Yini le umntwana wakhe angeke asuke kuyo omkhulise ngayo. Umntwana akasuki in a biblical context. Umntwana akasuki endleleni le akhuliswe ngayo. Uyasuka mara uyabuyela noma sukile mara wenzani? Uyabuyela kule ndlela akhuliswe ngayo. Nasikhulisa abantwana bethu ngokuthi kuyathandazwa. Nasebabadala, they will remember ukuthi besithandaza ekhaya. Let me go back to that root. They will remember that. Ukuthi ekhaya siyahlonipha. Nakukhulisa umntwana umfundisa inhlonipho. Iyamlahlekela inhlonipho ku-teenagehood naku-youthhood. But when he grows, he will remember ukuthi konje mina ngikhuliswe ngenhlonipho. Naye eqala naye aba nebakhe abantwana. He will remember ukuthi konje umntwana ukhuliswa ngenhlonipho. Ngoba umntwana akho kusasa uzobe enewakhe umntwana naye. Our children will have their own children. Labo kuzokose babafundise into abayifunde nabo ku-childhood. Yini esifundisa abantwana ku-childhood? Bantwana bethu namhlanje bama-case wamaphoyisa, bama-case wama-social work because of our failure to train them, our failure to give them direction in their childhood. Are you with me, Bazal? Let's train our children in the way that they should go. Asibanikeleni direction. We are a generation of teenage pregnancy. One of the major problems in South Africa, we're facing the challenge of teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy is where you see children as young as 12 years being pregnant in South Africa because of the failure of parents to raise them well in their early childhood. It's either umfana or intombazane ekhuliseke kabi. Because nasikhulisa wrong abafana, they convince lamantombazane akhuliswe kahle. Let us balance lokukhulisa kahle. Nabafana abakhuliswe kahle, lamantombazane akhuliswe kahle. So that bonke nabekhula bakhumbule ukuthi bakhuliswe kahle. Bahloniphe. Teenage pregnancy. Ezinye izinto ama mistake iswenza out of love singazi ukuthi azoba yinkinga in the future. Yes, siyavuma umntana wakho uyamthanda, yes siyambona uhlakaniphile kakhulu. But at the age of 9 sekane cell phone ene pin number. Ongazi ukuthi nani. I touch screen ene 32 gig. Ene pin number na ongayazi. And a free Wi-Fi. Mntana wakhe at the age of 9 une access to Wi-Fi. Meaning that une information when ongayazi. And then ubayini wena because you're supposed to be a trainer. When you train someone, you must know. Because what's yonke into ayazi. so that uzokwazi manje ukuthi sekala nge-information manje ngiyamthatha ngimbeka la. Manje na ungazi ukuthi sekakuphi i-information uthola sekandlula nawe nge-information and ubhizi uzitshela ukuthi usatrainer. No, you don't know ukuthi i-WhatsApp iqedile ngokumtrainer, i-internet seyimnikele ama-advanced lessons kunalawa wakho zama ukumnika wona. Senza out of love at the age of 11. Umntwana uphethe i-Samsung, uphethe i-Nokia, Samsung, Nokia, what? Angithi, out of love. Siyabathanda, uhlakaniphile umntanami. Nase-crash bekahlakaniphile, wamthengela i-cellphone. Cellphone yomntwana igcwele amaphone, ivaliwe. Namaphone wakhona afakwe kwenye ifolder, ifolder yakhona yabhalwa imithandazo. Ngoba nawe uvila ukuchecka lapha emithandazweni ukuthi kunani. Uyabhoreka because of your ungodliness, your godlessness. You don't want nothing to do nezinto ezibhalwe imithandazo. Uyayijumpa leyo folder kanti yiyo leyo folder le eneyinkinga ezenza umntwana abe nengqondo ecorrupt. Internet, media is corruptele abantwana because of our carelessness to check ukuthi abantwana bethu ba exposed to what kind of information. The government were introducing sex education because abantwana ben they are getting pregnant at the early age. Maybe we will avoid this. Yes, we feel ukuthi ba wrong and smelana nabo. But what other plans do we have to stop our children from being exposed to wrong information and try to make an experiment? Umntwana into ayibonile ufuna ukuyi-experience, ufuna ukuyi-experience. Ufuna ukwazi ukuthi how does it feel nasenza so? Uyibone TV but ufuna ukuyizwa physically ukuthi physically injani. Sihlulekile ukukhulisa. Lack of parenting, lack of proper parenting is causing havoc in our country. Crime. We are the cause of criminals. The crime egcwele kangaka in our country. Our country is well known in crime. Actually, we are a joke when it comes to crime. When one of my jokes ngendlela is South Africa in a crime ngayo. It's because it's too lovely, too soft. Sayekela abantwana bethu bentshontsha. Azange siba rebuke, azange sibabonise serious. Bob wrong balento abayenzayo nabe bancane bathatha izinto esingakathanga bazithathe. We defended them. Sabavikela from those who were trying to rebuke them. Kuthi umntwana wrong. Abantwana ben they come back from school baphethe ama-calculator amasha and babuza ukuthi bawathethephi. Umntwana upaka ama-calculator ekamereni lakhe kuma-headboard kugcwele ama-calculator imhlobohlobo apinka blue amhlophe. Uyamjabulela ukuthi umntwana unama-calculator amaningi yonke. Ungakathengi neyi-1 wene-calculator and uyibona ngazathi into le i-right. Naye in future uzoyekelela abantwana bakhe batshontsha ama-calculator because nawe umyekile. Angeke abone kuyinto e-wrong naseyenziwa abantwana bakhe ngoba naye uyenzile yambenefita. While abanye abantwana bekhala at the other hand. I-parenting ifuna sibe intentional. Yebazali, i-parenting ayisi automatical. Intentional, sibe intentional. Kuthi lokhu sikwenzela 1 2 3. Manje ngimdisciplinela 1 2 3. Manje ngimkhuzela ku 1 2 3. Parenting must be intentional. It can't be automatical. Umntwana azikhulele nje. Siyazikhulela nje unana, uyazikhulela nje. Akunanto esenza kuye intentional ukuthi lo sifuna be discipline. Sifuna hloniphe, sifuna funda ukuthandaza. So sesiyamiyeka nje umntwana. Intentionally so. Bakhuliseni babe ma-worshipers, babe bathandazi babancane. Kanti ikhanda lakhe liduma amapiano from the age of 4 years, from the age of 3 years. Ihloko yakhe le iduma amapiano. Ucathi uzoba njani in future? Ihloko yakhe iduma amapiano kunje. In future uzobe kanjani? Yabona inkinga ukuthi iyekela incane inkinga. Inkinga siyipromote incane inkinga siyipromote, siyidefend inkinga naseyindala inkinga isixaka bese kuba ngathi umhlolo. Bese kuba ngathi umhlolo kuncono ayokwenza lento eyenziwa amalanga lawo ephenduka ifashion. Bese ngazathi baloyiwe bathakathiwe. Kanti we failed to be strict and intentional in parenting. So niyakwata ukukwata komntwana kusho next. Uqhubeke nokumdiscipline umenzise lento owaziyo ukuthi i-right and izombhenefitha kahle naseyikamdala. The more we allow our children ukuthi bakhule noma isikanjani, we're causing havoc in the future. And the painful part ukuthi some of us will be there and some of us won't be there. In the future mzwane labantwana abaphenduka inkinga in the country or to their villages. We won't be there. Ni number zalo. Ni number ntwana baba. Godly parenting. Sikhulisana abantwana bethu kahle enkosini. Avoid abo gender based violence in future. Abo crime. Abo pregnancy. Abo rape. Abo rape nabo bakhauswa is this broken childhood. Umntwana one broken childhood phenduka i-rapist. Bantwana bethu bagcwele emajele because we failed them. La ku parenting. We failed them. Bagcwele emajele. We failed them ku parenting. Nakuyithi amadoda ngisakhuluma, we prefer ukuhamba. Cowards. We are cowards, prefer ukuhamba. We prefer to shut off. Singabi part of the problem. Sifaka amakhanda wethu esantini. Siprefer ukuhlala ehlathini. No sibe responsible, sime, sibeke inyawo phansi ukuthi into eso ayikwazi ukwenzeka. Sometimes siyenziswa isimo, sometimes siyazenzela. Ngoba nawuthi ushaya inyawo phansi sometimes uba yisitha. Uba yi-enemy of the house. Ukuthi lo sekayisitha. Sesihamba so manje sekunama opposition parties inside house because the ruling party is a problem now. Iphasisa imithetho engasi right. But in future we realize ukuthi simoshile. Inamba ntwana baba. Kunabantwana abafundisa ukuthanda imfundo at the age of 3 years. Banye bayaphuma la kuma clip niyababona. Bakhona ukufunda everything at the age of 4 years. Ufunda yonke into. Wena ungakubukana neingoma zamapiano. Abanye bafunda yonke into 1 2 3 up to 100 bayacounta. Indlela umntwana atrainwe ngayo at the age of 4 years. Kuhlona ngifuna abe good in mathematics. Umntwana uyamtraina ukuthi ufuna abe good kuphi. Akuzenzakaleli yebazali. Akuzenzakaleli. Uyamtraina. Kuthi ngifuna abe good la nala. Uhlalela abo Popeye imini yonke nobusuku bonke. Yini azoba good kuyo? Umntwana uhlalela abo Popeye imini nobusuku. Yamtraina bomtrain nokubukela abo Popeye ba educational. Mina noMpumisi yalwa every day. Amthola abukela abo Popeye abaveze ama Halloween nani. Ngiyabakhipha ngifaka abo Popeye ba educational. And I'm going to make sure now it's time for me to reprogram the stations, the channels. With every time nayangena lapha, athole labo Popeye ba educational kuphela. Angathola aba Popeye ba mama Halloween. Umntwana usabukulala yedwa ebusuku because mina yonke uhlelela ukubukelana nezinto ezithusayo. Wena uzitshela ukuthi abo Popeye. There is something wrong abo Popeye. Make no mistake. Popeye banaba Halloween, banezipoko, bana mazombi. Kunama Popeye bamazombi nani. Umntwana ukhula ayikhawadi, ukhula asaba. Nombuza ukuthi usabani ukutshela ukuthi kune vampire. Uhlahla amehlo uzibuza ukuthi lo mntwana lo wazi lapha ama vampire lo. Wazi nama vampire. Yes, wazi ama vampire wabona kuma cartoons. Cartoons and vampires. Are you with me, bazali? Ama cartoons and ama vampire. Umntwana uzuthi yo, the vampire will eat my brains. Uzibuza ukuthi vampire eat my brains. Don't yesaba ukulala yedwa ebusuku because ucabanga ukuthi the vampires will come and eat his brains. I'm afraid to sleep alone. The vampires will eat my brains. Model C win. I'm afraid. There is a vampire in my room. It will eat my brains. When to make it vampire. When I last the vampire, that's why I was ukulala wedwa namanje. How last the vampire lokuthi yini? You don't know. You don't even know what the vampires eat brains. You don't know. Uzibukanga lezi zinto lezi. Marubukisa abantwana abancane. Hey, parenting is intentional. We go all out to make sure that we discipline. We cut him off la. We cut him off. Senza sure ukuthi nasifuna ukuthi abe engineer. Simfaka izinto mathematics umntana umqala amncane. Awumlinda aze abe mdala. Faka maths from early age. Into zakhe zokudlala zonke zi-mathematical. They're training an engineer. Yekela umntwana utshela ukuthi uzozikhulela nje kuzozenzakalela. Izinto ezinye zizenzakalile. Izinto ezinye azizenzakaleli ezinye izizwe nasingastudishi izizwe zonke ukuthi sikhulisa abantwana abazonjani. We'll understand ukuthi why ezinye izizwe ziso. Chinese, Islams, or Indians, abantwana babo bonke they are business people. Do you think babafundisa babo businessmen sebana 40? They are training them in business as early as 4 years. He's been trained in business. Uthengisa naye noma mana uya naye esitolo. Behamba yobukela ubaba uyathengisa bammise ngaphandle naye aphatha iteki so. Umntwana omncane ngama weekend naye off uphethe iteki. And babaqala lapho babancane babafundisa accounting. And baqede babathatha babayise ezikoleni ze-accounting. They are best in business. Babeqeda babuye bazorun ibhizinisi yasekhaya. Are you with me? You know, sometimes we are even Christians. But I can tell you, bantwana bethu are not training them to be future Christians. Uyambona ukuthi lo uphumile already kukunje from being a Christian. As early as 4 years, uyambona ukuthi akekho la kule nto le. Because we are failing to train here, to be there. Ngenkani. Restrict her. It's your resources, it's your radio. Why should alalela izinto eziso ngenkani? It's your radio. It's your training. Do it intentional. Abuzenzakaleli umntwana bathi ufuna ukuba ngudoctor. Umntwana bathi ufuna ukuba yini, ufuna ukuba yipilot. Bathi busy ufit ingqondo yakhe ngezinto ezifar from what she want to be. Train up the child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Nasithi when he is old, sichaza ukuthi nayifika esikhathini sokuchoose ama subject. Sichaza ukuthi nayifika esikhathini sokuchoose i-career. He will remember ukuthi yena konje ungubani. Asiphakameni. Nkosi yomusa inibusise.